Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Gug, and today we're going to be doing a brief tutorial of the new mobile game, Defend the Castle. I've been playing this game with my friends for about 3 weeks now, and they've been asking me a lot of questions, like how do you play this game mode, or which tower should I upgrade? So I thought it might be helpful if I made some tutorial videos. Today, I wanted to cover some of the basics. So we'll be going over the goal of the game. You'll notice here in the center the standard levels of the game. I'm currently on level 338, but if we click play in the center, it'll showcase the preview of the round. Now, or the preview of the level, sorry. The characters or cards at the top indicate which monsters will appear, and then the cards at the bottom are showing my specific loadout that I've selected in terms of towers that I plan to use to defeat this level. Now, every round, if we click play, we'll start the round. When you click play, the round will not start until you've decided to play your first card. Now, every round, you'll see that the monsters will come out of their portals up top, or singular portal typically, and then you can place your towers, your card towers, on any of the designated locations. The goal is to stop the monsters from reaching your castle here and at the bottom, where you can also see the three hearts. Now, if a monster were to reach your castle from their spawn portal, a heart would be deducted from your castle's HP. Now, aside from these basic monsters like the element plant, the electric plant or the electric slime, there are also elite monsters and boss monsters. Elite monsters, if they reach your castle, they will take 2 hearts, and boss monsters, if they reach your castle, they will take all 3 hearts. Now, if you lose all 3 hearts, what happens? You will lose the round and you'll be forced to restart and try again. To stop these monsters, as I'd mentioned, from reaching your castle, you can place towers on the designated spots. Like I could place a tower here, and that tower would essentially do damage to the monsters to try to prevent them from reaching your castle. Now, the second thing I want you to notice is that this purple bar at the bottom was filling up passively, but will also fill up at a more rapid rate when you are able to defeat some of these monsters. Another caveat of the game is that some of these towers hit multiple targets, like the Royal Glacier Boomerang up here that I placed. It hits multiple targets in its path, but some towers only hit single targets. So some hit multiple, some hit single, and then some towers are also restricted to only hitting air units, and some towers are restricted to only hitting ground units. But I would say by and large, a lot of the towers can hit both. So that was a brief rundown of how the game works and the basic fundamentals. Next, we'll get into a quick playthrough of a brand new account just to showcase what it looks like for someone who's just starting the game. Let's get into it. So, I am on my iPad now. We have made a new account, and we're just going to run through the tutorial, play a couple levels, and try to get a good feel for the game. I'll just talk through my thought process while I play. So the first thing that the tutorial is telling you is some generic information. Wants us to place our first tower. It will tell us to place the slingshot in that position, and we'll just let it do its thing. So you notice the slingshot hits monsters one at a time. And as I had mentioned earlier in the video, when the purple bar fills up, you're able to then place another tower. And the game will display 3 towers for you to choose from, and these 3 towers will be from your deck that you selected for your loadout. So purple bar filled up, we're gonna place another tower. Let's place a new tower, and let's take this electricity one and put it in this spot. So we'll do that. Now you'll see the electricity one is actually hitting multiple towers. It's zapping the first one, and it's chain lightning all of the monsters. All right, again, we fill out the purple bar. Let's place another one, and wants us to rank up the stone sling. So something that I hadn't covered in the introduction of this video was when you place the same type of tower on top of itself, it will quote unquote rank it up. So it now wants us to take this stone sling and place it on top. And now this stone sling has been ranked up. It has 2 stars underneath it, and you'll also see that it's been upgraded to shoot 2 stones instead of 1. And I think that's going to be our strongest card. We're going to rank it up again, actually a third time to 3 stars, and you'll see now it shoots 3 stones. So just let it do its thing. The zapper is also getting it from the bottom, getting all the stragglers. It wants us to play another card. Oh, Let's play another card. Yeah, so if you want to, and what I just did there is, if you want to view the stats of your specific tower, you can simply just hold down on the tower, hold down on the tower, or hold down on these cards. I'll hold down on this yellow one really quick. We'll hold down on it, and it'll display all the stats. So you can see it does 43 damage a second, has medium range, it hits both ground and air, and it fires every 2 seconds. Now, these two effects down at the bottom, it stuns enemies, monsters for 1 second, and it also chains. So I'd mentioned it the lightning between different monsters that it hits. So we'll go ahead and upgrade it. When we upgrade it, instead of doing 43 damage, it now does 70 damage. So we beat the level. So beat the first level, nice work. Let's continue on our path, defending the realm. We're gonna play level 2, and during the tutorial, you'll see you only have 4 towers instead of the standard 7. That's just, I think, for simplicity's sake. We'll go ahead and let's stick to what we know. Let's keep playing this electricity one, and just let it keep zapping. So we're finding these chickens. If you want to know what the chickens are, or what element or whatever, how much HP they have, you can simply hold down on the chicken, or click the chicken, and click. What I did was, I clicked the first chicken here. And the first chicken has 16 HP. It comes in waves of 20, and it's light and has average speed. So that's all we really need to know for now. We're just going to continue to place some towers to get rid of all of these monsters. Yeah, every time you kill a monster or defeat a monster, the purple bar will fill up some more. We'll upgrade our lightning. We'll do some more damage. And you see those little cards flowing to your card bar at the bottom, which will then allow us to place another tower. We'll keep upgrading the lightning. When we upgrade it, it'll shoot faster, it'll do more damage, and sometimes it'll even chain to more monsters. Just keep doing that. I think for getting through the tutorial, it's pretty easy to do. Yeah. So we'll just keep clearing, upgrading our lightning. Another thing to think about too, or might not know right off the bat, is that you notice that this tower down here now has 5 stars. It started off doing 43 damage, now it does 200 damage. None of the other stats really change except for the fire rate. So fire rate, the lightning chain, and damage have all been upgraded. But you might be wondering, how many times can I actually rank up a tower? When we have 5 stars, what happens when you place a 6th one is one of the stars becomes purple. Yeah. If you place 4 more of the same tower on this one, it'll have all 5 stars purple, and that is the maximum rank that you can rank up a tower to. Just a little tidbit information. Beat level 2. Upon beating level 2, we have discovered a chest. So the game's suggesting we crack it open and get some new cards. So it looks like we got some new cards. Let's see what they're going to do. Here we can tap the card and it'll showcase to us what it does. The Flame Saw here is a 2-star card. Now you see there's 2 stars here versus these other cards that have 1 star. And this is different than ranking it up in the actual rounds. This is indicating a different rarity. So you'll notice in the top right corner it says uncommon, whereas the single star cards say common. And they all start at level 1 because we just unboxed them from a chest. So the king has added our cards to our collection. We'll go back to play, and the cards that have been added to our collection have immediately been added to our deck because we only have 7 cards. Let's play another level 3. I'm not sure if we're going to get any more instruction right now, but we'll just continue playing. Let's try out our uncommon Flame Saw. So it looks like the Flame Saw spins in a circle and just evaporates all these monsters. It looks pretty powerful so far. I'm curious to see how much damage it's doing. It's doing 84 per hit. It is short ranged, and it only targets ground units. So if any flying units were to come by, we would be in trouble. But luckily for us, I think, yep, they're just slimes, and all of these slimes are on the ground. So let's upgrade the Flame Saw again. And now, since we've upgraded 3 times, it has 3 spinners, or 3 saw blades. It's going to keep hitting these enemies. Interestingly enough, the Flame Saw also applies this minor burn over time. So it'll deal 18 fire damage over 1.5 seconds, meaning it'll deal 6 damage every half second for 3 burns. And then the reason why the Flame Saw is not actually defeating the enemies right off the bat with the 101 damage is because I think on wave 3, these slimes have 344 HP. So you'll have to hit it a couple times before it actually clears the mobs, but not a problem as we have 3 spinning blades, and we've also put down a little zapper, a little small lightning to help slow down these monsters. The zapper will effectively stun the slimes for a brief duration, allowing our Flame Saw to get a couple more hits. And one thing I wanted to kind of showcase is the idea of CC or crowd control. Some towers have these abilities where they'll stun or they'll freeze or they'll push backwards monsters, and that crowd control aspect can be very, very crucial to defeating certain levels. All right, if you're able to slow down monsters and your other towers that do damage, like your damage per second towers, are able to get more hits, DPS, short for damage per second, if they're able to get more hits, then you'll effectively be able to do more damage to the monsters and have a higher chance of defeating them before they get to your castle. So we beat level 3, we won some gold, and it looks like we have another chest to open here. We got some gems, we got some gold, we got one of these tokens. And what does this token do? This token, when you come to the shop, allows you to open these card packs for free. So we use our token, get 1 card, and when we tap on it, we can open it up. We got this kunai, and we hold down, just curious what it does. Kunai is long range, it hits both air and ground. It fires pretty fast, 1.3 seconds every shot, and it does 149. So this is an uncommon card, it's got 2 stars. And its special ability is that it can critically hit. So there's a 25% chance that it'll critically hit and do, instead of 149 damage, it'll do about 600, so 596 damage. Cool, we got a new card. Let's edit our deck. Let's remove one of our uncommon or our common cards and put in our new uncommon card. And then let's head back into the levels. I think we'll play through about 10 levels just to get a feel for it, and then that'll be a good showcase of the beginning levels of Defend the Castle. So I think we're just going to stick to the Flame Saw. Flame Saw is pretty strong. Just going to keep clearing these monsters. And I think this setup is pretty ideal. Tower placement is very important in this game. The Flame Saw only spins counterclockwise. So placing it in the center here where the pathway kind of flows directly into the Flame Saw, or the pathway will flow the monsters clockwise, will allow our Flame Saw to get more hits off on the monsters. And if we pair that with our small lightning that is going to stun and slow these monsters, we'll get even more hits from our Flame Saw. So this is my strategy right now to make sure we're able to clear all of these goblins. I think these are called goblins. Yeah, goblins. They have 144 HP. Our Flame Saw is doing 115 HP. And the small lightning isn't really doing that much damage, but it's chaining 2 targets, stunning them effectively, and keeping them in that spot. So we'll upgrade that. Now our lightning, I believe, 3 targets instead of 2 targets, and we can keep clearing these goblins fairly easily. Right now, we'll upgrade our Flame Saw again. 5 saws. Just let it do its thing. For most cards, when you get it to the 5th rank upgrade of 5 stars, 5 gold stars, I mean, when you get it past that into the purple stars that I'd shown on the small lightning earlier, I think on like level 1 or level 2, once you get it past the 5 normal stars, when you get into the purple ranks, it doesn't really change the effectiveness of the card. Like if I were to get, let's put the kunai down here, but if I were to get another Flame Saw right now, let's see if we can get another Flame Saw before we beat the round. But if I were to get another Flame Saw before I beat the round, we didn't get it. it would not add another spinning saw. It would just stay at 5, but the damage would increase and the speed might also increase. So we'll just place this for now, beat the level, and move on. 20 gold. So great job. You can now use the gold that we've earned to level up the cards. Okay, cool. So we'll go down to our collection. It wants us to upgrade the flame saw. Let's level it up. And one thing I want to point out is in the top left corner, we have the gold that we've accumulated and the amount that it's going to cost us to level up this card. Now, before I level it up, I want to show a quick important tidbit, or I guess it won't let us. We'll level it up once, level it up twice first, and then we will go ahead and click up in this right-hand corner, the level 3. Now, uncommon cards can be leveled up to a maximum level of 20. If we were to go to, let's say, any of these level 1 cards like Small Lightning, Water Dart, Snowball, Small Hand Fan, Poison Dart, or Stone Sling, if we were to click one of those, as a common card, it is level 1 right now, but it can be upgraded to a maximum of level 10. And it's pretty self-explanatory and explicit right here, but cards with higher rarity have a higher maximum level. And I believe that common cards can be upgraded to 10, uncommon can be upgraded to 20. The 3-star version can be upgraded to 30, 4-star can be 40, and then the 5-star, which is the highest level, can be upgraded to 50. So just some useful information there. And then looks like right here we have this new attribute to our homepage. We have a goblin digging in some gold with an exclamation point. We'll click it. I'll click gold for you. Check back every day for more gold. So he hunts. He'll hunt for 12 hours and he'll gather us gold. If we click the question mark in the top left, what is gold hunt? Our account, which scales with which level you've completed, will start gathering gold for you. And at this rate right now, we're getting 3 gold per hour. The maximum hunting time, meaning the maximum gold that it will hold, is 12 hours. So 3 times 12, 36. We have the maximum right now. We have to collect, and he will start back. So he's been hunting for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, yada yada. He will hunt for 12 hours, gather us another 36 gold, and then once he's reached the end, we can collect. Or if he collects faster, we can collect at any point. But because he's collecting at such a slow rate, 3 gold per hour, we can't collect right now. So we'll go ahead and play level 5. Maybe we'll just complete level 5 and then call it a day. Let's try out a different card. Let's try the hand fan. Or what is this? The small hand fan. See, a small hand fan looks, as you can see, it's pushing these monsters backwards. It's doing damage to a group of them, a bunch of them, and pushing them backwards. So this type of tower is a multi-target tower. I believe it hits ground and air, pushes back is moderate, and it fires pretty quick for a common card. So just let it do its thing, keep pushing those monsters back, and doing the damage. Hopefully, if these monsters get to the water, you'll be able to see a pretty cool interaction. Where the fan can actually push these monsters into the water. So I'm just going to put some cards down here so we're not actually using them. If we're not actually using them, we'll do that here. And when the monsters get to the water, if the monster has more HP than the fan's doing, but it still is able to push him into the water, the monster will immediately die. And that applies to bosses, that applies to elites, not just the normal monsters, which is pretty lucrative. The problem being, though, is that as monsters get to higher ranks, they will become quote-unquote heavier, and the pushback effect does not apply as much to them. So we'll just let these mobs, wave 3, they're a little bit stronger. So wave 2, they have 197 HP, and wave 3, they have 344. So they're a little bit more HP. Our fan's doing 114 damage per hit, and we're just going to kind of let the fan do its thing and push these monsters into the water to see like how effective this strategy is. Let's put it up there. So it's right now it's still just defeating them because it's too strong. Just put this down here. Like that one, for example, just slipped in. That one slipped in, and that one's about to slip in. But when they slip in, they just die. They just die. You don't have to defeat them. You don't have to worry about them. Pretty easy. So yeah, when you get to level 5, it's gonna ask you to input a name. We will be Gug. And or maybe we should have made it Gug 2 and say Gug. Actually, my favorite number is 8, so we'll do Gug 8. We're Gug 8. We've completed the first 5 levels. I believe that's the majority of the tutorial. There are a couple other features that we got to unlock yet still here. The Fuse tab and the Alliance tab, which is the social aspect of the game. But that is a brief rundown of the basics of the game. I think next video we'll try to cover some more topics like the element wheel, the alliances, and how fusing works. So stay tuned for the next video we post, and thanks for watching. Bye.